You guys, this is one of the coolest homes I've ever seen. I found it on the Insta, Modern Houston Homes, and I want to show you inside because you're going to fall in love. Come on in. With me right now, Stephen Allen from Stephen Allen Designs.
Welcome.
Malachi is a homeowner. We're going to talk to him in a bit. But you are the brains behind this beautiful,
yes, ma'am,
beautiful home that has a name.
Yes.
Tell me how you came up with all of this.
Okay, so we started off coming up with the concept with the 1-bedroom, 1-bath, in town, affordable but designer, artist style home. We started building these nouveau bungalow concepts, which we call them. And then we came across Malachi, who we started this floor plan here. Our goal is to make each house a work of art, an expression of the client. And so kind of going through the design, architectural, building process, and finding our way through that, right?
You are the builder, the designer, and the architect.
Correct.
Every home that you've built has a name. This is called Tex-Mex Modern, and it's so cool. It's a piece of art.
Yes.
So what was your vision when you were creating this with the colors and the layout?
Well, it started with the atrium in the middle and having a cool space in the middle to have where you're kind of secluded. Kind of takes me back to when I go on vacation. So Tulum, Mexico, Belize, things like that.
Taos, New Mexico.
Taos, New Mexico, exactly.
It's very Marfa, which is so cool. This
Bring
is awesome.
a little Marfa to Houston, you know what I mean? And so we had this atrium concept, and I wanted to, when you walk through this door, just get splashed with something bright. And Malachi was brave enough to say yes to the yellow, and so we embraced it. And that's what kind of branched off the Tex-Mex Modern. That set the tone for the rest of the home. And then we started bringing in natural woods, polished concrete floors, and this kind of efficient, sleek design, kind of trying to tie it all together with his personality, my design aesthetic, and the building methods of Houston.
What's cool is that all the elements you have in here are very multi-million-dollar, and it's such an affordable house.
Correct.
When all's said and done, tell me how much this cost.
This one came out about $400,000. And I've been working with, you know, high-end homes, starter homes, all this stuff. So I wanted to bring a lot of those multi-million-dollar concepts into this area of construction. And I think we pulled it off really well.
Yeah,
the multi-sliding doors, the fine trim, the recessed baseboards. Everywhere you look, there's a little touch that puts it all together. I think that comes out in the pictures and the videos.
And you know what's cool? It's like the doors are yellow, the skylights are painted yellow. There's just these elements of like pops.
Yeah, and what's funny about that is when Malachi, when we were designing this and building it, we have weekly meetings, and you know, we were kind of walking the house. We had this yellow wall up, and I was like, Malachi, when do you put yellow here, in the skyline? He's like, no way, Steve, I'm not doing that. That's too bold for me. I was like, come on, you need to try it, right? So we pushed through, and then after it was done, he was just like, thank you. I love it.
It's beautiful.
And I did too. A lot of people think those skylights are on or have lights in them, but that's just the natural light coming through with the paint, you know what I mean?
Love it.
That's very New Mexico right there to me.
Stephen Allen, been building for 20 years, all over the Houston area.
Yep.
And you're a one-stop shop.
Yes, ma'am.
Good to see you.
You too.
Thank you so
Appreciate
much.
it.
This is Malachi Duffy, the homeowner, and you have one of the coolest homes in Houston.
I agree.
When people come over, what do they say to you about this house?
They just, anytime you look anywhere, kind of like Stephen said, you just see something new, and they always comment on that. They're like, I didn't notice that last time. I didn't see that the time before. So it's just constantly a surprise, and everybody really loves it.
When you were building this house, and from the time you thought about buying it and to the time that it was done, it was about 2 years.
Absolutely.
Tell me how this all came to life, and were you so happy when it was finally done?
Yes, very much so when it was finally done. Honestly, just the first time I saw one of Stephen's houses, which is the one 2 doors down from here, I fell in love with it, and I said, I have to go work with that guy. And fortunately, we communicated really well. We had a lot of really compatible ideas. So just over the course of this, it was a lot of communication back and forth, me pushing Stephen, Stephen pushing back on me, coming up with these really cool designs, things that neither of us have ever tried before. And you know, as things just continued to progress, it got more and more exciting. So when it was finally done in January of this year, it was just like the coolest thing ever. Loved it.
You could Airbnb this and make a killing.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you really could.
Oh yeah.
What's in store for you and your next home?
Hopefully another design with Stephen. So, and I don't know where though, but it's going to be somewhere really cool. I'd love to do something in New Mexico, so if you can help me budge him in that way.
Yeah. Thank you so much for letting us in.
Of course,
Let's
absolutely.
have a drink. Make me a drink.
Okay.